What's up, Sales Nation? We are here live with the homie, Eric Siu. Eric, say what up.
Hello, hello.
All right, so Eric just came off from his very, very tactical session. Eric, tell us how it went, man.
Yeah, it was amazing. The crowd was really receptive. Honestly, I wasn't sure how the sales crowd would take it, but they ate it up. Hopefully they got value from it. So it was really, enjoyed it. Talked about content marketing and how it relates to lead generation.
Exactly. And I think like the sales audience is super thirsty for this kind of knowledge because you're seeing salespeople now on LinkedIn doing their own thing, you know, the one-line post with the space, another line with the post space, like you called out. But what I thought was interesting was the fact that you shared how if you're in sales, if you're in marketing, whatever, you don't have to keep building new content. It's not about net new. The content you have already is very valuable if you just keep updating it. And tell us about the Wikipedia thing that you showed us. How does that work?
Yeah, so there's this post on Wikipedia. This really goes for a lot of Wikipedia posts. Abraham Lincoln, if you look for that post, in 2007, it had about 17,000 words. Now, in 2017, it has 24,000 words. The idea is it keeps getting updated. We had the same thing happen for our content too. The traffic went up more than 8 times just by updating it. Just by adding 1 or 2 paragraphs, we're reaping the benefits. And the amount of more free traffic we're getting, that's worth thousands of dollars if I had to pay for it each month.
Exactly. So the idea is very simple. You know, every quarter, every half year. That's another question. What frequency do you think this should happen? Like, how often should you be updating content?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a good content base already, you should be updating your content at least once a month, if not once a quarter. Because if you're not doing that, you're wasting. Here's the analogy. You don't go out there and you buy a car and you drive it for a week. You try to get the maximum from it. So it's in your best interest to add content upgrading as part of your workflow when you're creating content. And every single salesperson, I don't care if you're an individual contributor, I don't care if you are a executive, you don't have time for it, everybody has time to make content because being a brand separates yourself from all the other fluff out there.
Exactly. And then like the LinkedIn thing too, man. It's like, you know, you've had several viral posts, you know, Sales Hacker, me and Max, we do this. Like, what's your top takeaway for salespeople looking to create content on LinkedIn that's gonna hit?
Yeah. It's just, look, it's not writing the post about how you went into credit card debt and you saved the company. It's more about how can you be more useful to the audience out there. So when you see Gaetano sharing helpful tips and it's in a really broken down way on LinkedIn where it's just like, you know, a couple hundred words or so, that's helpful to people. That's what gets engagement. That's how people share it, they comment, they like, because it was actually useful, not because you're trying to get engagement. That's not really that useful. And even if you get millions of likes, shares, comments on something that is just intended to get engagement, you're not going to get leads. What Gaetano does actually is helpful, so it gets the right people liking it, and that's how he gets more leads.
It's really, you know, it's really that simple. It's not these little fluff stories that are just like, you know, show me attention, notice me, because that's not the way it works. But so to close off our conversation real quick, tell us, you know, what's next for the Marketing School podcast. You know, you were talking about some numbers there. You guys have really lofty goals to get to 2 million downloads a month. You're about 700,000 downloads a month right now.
Close, yeah. We're about 640,000 downloads a month. What we want to do is we want to get to 2 million, and that's going to take a lot of work, but we are building out a certification program where, you know, people can do beginner, advanced, corporate training, all that kind of stuff. And at the same time, Neil and I are just going to continue to work on our marketing agency to continue to serve clients to help them, because it's really about recruiting people, helping companies, and then also our software too. It's the whole ecosystem. Once you build a brand, you can build an ecosystem and not just focus on one element when you can do couple different things.
Right. And the repurposing content bit was great. So like you plugged in something there with the audience on how you can take your podcast if you're just starting out and you can repurpose it almost in an automated fashion to like your blog. How does that work?
Yeah, so what you do if you're looking to repurpose your video or your podcast content into actual text is you use a service. It's called Rev. It's rev.com. It has an API that you can use to pull any like video or blog or audio that you have, and it'll automatically transcribe it. And then you can just have it automatically post to your WordPress or whatever you're trying to use.
Nice. All right, man. So to wrap this up, tell the audience, where could they find you? Where could they hit you up? Yeah. How could they follow you?
Sure. You can reach out to me directly. It's Eric, ERIC, at singlegrain.com, and go to singlegrain.com if you want more marketing stuff.
You heard it right there from Eric Siu. Go to singlegrain.com, sign up for the Marketing School podcast, check out the Growth Everywhere podcast, hit us up on saleshacker.com, and we'll be right back with you in a sec. Take it easy.